Vampires threaten the world of Andaria. To stop them, an order of knights has been created. The Knights of Andar.
Vampires not like other foes. They attack not with just their swords and strike you down. They can change a man.
Good evening and welcome to Audio Dungeon. This is Knights of Andar, Episode 8, Everything Everywhere All at Once. And it applies to this episode today. Guys, last week we had 4 of our players that have disappeared into the nothingness, into some sort of rift or bubble in time. Young Thalen went back in after he recovered Hutch and went in after to try to find them, to hopefully try to rescue them. Meanwhile, Alabaster and William and Ruby traveled forward towards the Chronomancer's Tower, seeing all strange things. As we know, the area around the Chronomancer's Tower in the mountains has fractal times and reality kind of collapsing or separating it from itself. So hopefully today we're going to learn some more interesting things about what is happening, and we're going to see who we recover, if anyone. Cole, you so far to this point have experienced a state of nothingness. But now, you're beginning to feel something. You have flashes of young Thalen and Hutch running through the woods. You assume they're trying to survive and maybe find you and the others that are lost, but you're not sure. And again, it's only flashes. You also get flashes of yourself in the middle of a forest where it's you and no other trees around you for about 100 or so feet. And the trees just seem to be talking about you and trying to assess you or analyze you. And in sort of a dream state, this is kind of your home. You live here. And the circle is wide. Again, 100 feet all around you, and that forest is thick, seemingly for miles. You can ask me a few questions if you like.
Are the trees in this forest similar to the trees that I saw in this time-haunted wood?
Yes, they're exactly the same.
Okay. And in this kind of dream state, does it look like the same environment? Is the sky the same? Does this world seem dead in the same kind of way? All right. Can I hear how this argument is going?
You hear the whispers of the other trees, but they seem to be a little farther away for you to actually understand it any better.
Okay. What does one thing seem more real to me than the other? Like the flashes of Thalen and Hutch running versus this?
You can't tell.
Okay. Can I tell any, other than like what I'm seeing is different? Is there any, do I feel any difference in the environment?
No.
Okay.
We'll stop right there. Patreon reroll coming in for Melissa. Pixies need to look out for each other.
Aww.
Thank you.
74 is one of our FBCs. He has a pixie of himself.
You're right, they do.
Okay, sorry, you can continue.
All right, so okay. As I'm going from one to the other, are they still periods where I'm in nothingness, or am I kind of flashing back and forth between these
It
two?
is like nothingness in between.
Okay.
It's when you come back, it's almost like, did I just come from a state of literally nothing or limbo?
All right. Okay. Do I sense in either place anyone else? Anybody? I don't know who's here and who's not. Like, who else is stuck in this? I know that other people might have been stuck here, but I don't know if anyone still is.
You sense that there are other souls present in this world, and you feel almost connected to them, but you don't see anybody. You can take 15 experience points.
Okay. All right. I try and I want to see if I can try and contact one of those other souls. Like, see if I can don't know. I'm going to try the same way that I like dig into the ground to communicate with trees.
Okay.
I'm going to try and do that almost like in a spiritual way and see if I can,
Dig your spirit in?
yeah, kind of like mentally like lock in to this plane. Or maybe I'll try the same way if I can get my roots into the ground. But like I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to reach out instead of to another tree, to another being.
Okay. You root yourself in and you kind of reach out. You get the experience of you soaring your consciousness throughout the world.
Oh wow!
And in seconds, just flying around the world. And in those seconds, you get flashes of what the world may look like in this state or whatever this is. And it's barren. And there's civilizations. And the people are not people. They're vampires. There are kingdoms. Some that are operating, some that are forgotten empires.
Oh wow!
And the land is somehow similar, but very different than the world you knew before. In an instant, you fly around and you get the sense of those souls. But you fly around so fast, you return to your body because it's how overwhelming it is. Not that you couldn't try it again, but with that first attempt, you learned a lot, and then they returned you here.
Okay. When I did that, did the circle of trees did their demeanor change, or did I sense a different sense of like their conversation or anything like that?
They
it's
do.
A little bit more class.
I doing a joke that no one knows it.
Sorry.
A few of us. You do sense a level of fear that is more now than before.
All right. I'll take fear. Anything that's not anger and no fear. Anger and no fear is the worst, I feel like. They're mad at me and they're not afraid of me. Like things are not going well.
Not for you.
Yeah.
For me, yes. For them, maybe.
For them, they're great.
They're great. All right. Remind me. I just want to. The sky is purplish here,
Yeah, it's kind of like half.
but the sun is purple, right?
Yes.
Vampires everywhere. Civilizations. I want to try again and see if the souls that I sense are in these civilizations or separate from them. That's why you get a sense of like, are they prisoners of these civilizations, or are they like trying to get as far away from vampires as possible?
Separate. They're prisoners in a way.
Okay. Did I get a sense that any of them could be like any of my Caddick or Graston or anybody? I don't know who's there and who's not. But like that's what I'm trying to find.
Right.
Like my party members.
You do feel that your party members are close when you get those sensations,
But I can't.
But these are not them.
Okay. These are other souls. Are any of them close?
You're not sure.
Okay.
Who would you like to focus on? So I imagine that's what you would do next.
Alabaster. If I can find him.
You see Alabaster in a second trying to climb a mountain. And he's with William and Ruby.
Okay. Oh, all right. All right. That's all I say to the three of them. And I guess Lord Caddick would be the next person I would try and see if I can find him.
You see Caddick is lost in the forest. Then you see he is on the mountain with them. And then you see he is once again in the forest, but this time underground.
I look down.
You look down, you just see your own wooden body.
All right. It's not good. Is he underground, like, buried, or is he underground?
Yes.
Oh. That's really not good. 6 feet.
In a coffin. Is he in a coffin? Is he seeing a coffin?
He's in a coffin.
Oh,
Is he
he's in
a
a coffin.
Is he a vampire?
Yes.
Oh,
That's even worse. That's worse.
Oh my!
So I see him on the mountain, not vampire-y.
You don't remember if he was a vampire or not.
But I see him here. I'm like, oh, that's a vampire-y
Yes.
kind of vibe.
I like that vampire vibe.
Oh no. All right. I guess I know William's up on the mountain, and I didn't. Now I gotta worry. I'm gonna try and find Sir William too, and see if I can see if he's two places.
You see William climbing the mountain,
Right.
GW4. You don't sense him anywhere else.
Okay. All right. I'll check in on. I saw Hutch running through the woods. I'll check in on Craston too. See if I can find if.
Craston is surrounded by vampires, fighting them off with a whip.
Gosh. Where is he in the woods too, or is he somewhere else?
You see him surrounded by darkness, but you don't see the woods.
Oh man. Okay. What else am I missing?
Oh.
I want to see if I can find. This might be dangerous, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to look for Hex.
Interesting. You attempt to look for Hex, and you see Hex is sitting in some sort of throne.
Familiar at all?
No.
Can I see any details of the room?
You push further. I'll allow you to roll an insight check,
Okay.
and I'll give you more information. I'll give you some yes or no questions. Give me. So you're gonna roll your will, which gives you 1.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any insight?
I do.
So add that together. That's how many dice you roll, and we're gonna be looking for a 4. Every 4 you give me gives you another question, and then there are no more questions.
1-4.
You can re-roll if you wish, of course, if you want to use a re-roll.
Is there?
Oni5 says he's in the necromancer's
Oh,
sanctum.
wait. No, I want to.
Sorry.
Sorry. No, yeah, it's fine. It's a good question. I just don't want to So, how do I ask this question in a way that I get an answer that's not yes or no? I can ask any question. You'll answer it, like within
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
If there, what in this throne room is something that I can identify where it might be?
What in this drunk can identify where it can be? The walls in this throne room are made of crystal.
What color?
Purplish, but other colors are present, but the purple is the most prevalent.
Okay. Oh, man. All right.
All of a sudden, you feel a yank.
Oh,
Something pulls you or somebody pulls you. Your instance, you look around, you're back in the forest, and you see Thalen grabs your hand and pulls you, and all of a sudden you're running through the forest, and Hutch is next to you, you're running, and he's like, go, run, come on.
I start running.
The 3 of you are running, and you see the trees are trying to reach in and grab you guys, and you notice that every time they start getting close to Hutch, his body lights up yellow, like, and like they go, and you guys run outside of the forest, and Thalen and Hutch are just exhausted. We couldn't get anybody else. You're the only one we found.
Who else are you looking for?
I think for the last half hour, we tried to go in a few times to try to find you guys, and we couldn't find Craston, and we can't find Lord Caddick.
Did
you see them in there?
I saw them not in there. Craston I saw somewhere else. He was not in the forest. He was surrounded by vampires. He was fighting vampires off with a whip. And I couldn't tell where he was, and Lord Caddick I saw in 2 places. I saw him on the mountain tops of I point over to like where the tower is. Not with Alabaster and William and Ruby, but there. But I also saw him. I also saw him as a vampire in a coffin underground. I don't know what that means. I saw a lot while I was in there. Whatever that did to me, I was able to see the world, see what was in this world. A lot of it was confusing, but I was able to see the whole world. There's cities of vampires all over the place. Some of them it's so old that some of these civilizations have already died out. But there's still some people, some souls, not in those cities, like lost, almost imprisoned, as if perhaps if they felt that if they moved at all, they would be found by one of these vampire cities, scattered throughout. And I saw Hex. And he's sitting in the throne room made of crystal.
Have you ever been able to see the world like that before?
No, not like that. I tried to do what I do when I talk to my fellow trees.
Yeah.
And I felt I had whatever happened to us, well, we weren't here, when we got taken. I felt like it allowed me to do that to other souls, to other beings, not just trees. And that's what I tried to do. Very odd.
Well, these things you saw, are they happening now or are they from different times?
They could be from different times. I mean, I saw Kadak in 2 different places. I don't see how he could have been turned into a vampire and put in a coffin under the ground somewhere so quickly.
But you say these are the things that you saw.
Yeah.
Where were you?
I was in 2 different places at once. Sometimes I was in the trees and I saw you briefly, running, trying to avoid being captured by the forest. And then other places I was being judged by the forest. And that's when I was able to, explore this world. The forest had me in a field. Like they had cleared a path or a circle, so I couldn't hear them. They were too far away. And I tried to dig in. I found that I can go further. That's what I did. I'm sorry. I don't like being so unclear, but I really don't have any kind of experience with this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Are you okay, my lord? Are you okay?
Yes, I fear that we could not find everyone. I don't know what to do.
Your king, not your lord.
I'm sorry, Your Highness.
You could just call me Thalen.
I'll try. Are you? I don't know what happened to you while I was not with you.
Everyone traveled on towards the mountain. It's probably been about. Well, actually, I don't even know if time is the same anymore. I don't know how long it's been. I mean, to me, it's been about an hour and a half ago, but who knows?
They were very far up on a mountain when I saw them.
Oh, right. So I guess it's been some time.
And time works differently there, too. So who knows? They could have... Can we see, like, the mountain? Maybe we see the mountains. Can we see the tower from here? Or like...
No. You do see the mountains.
Okay.
I'm assuming over the last however long it's been, we tried to find...
Creston and Kadak.
Yeah. No dice.
No. You made several runs in because you were protected by your light, and now you're simply at the point where you're exhausted and you just don't know what you're going to do.
I don't know if what I did... I could try it again. here, outside of the forest.
Don't go back in there.
No, I said I try to get here. Right. I don't know if it'll work, and I doubt it would. I don't get the same sense that I did while I was kind of in that state where I can sense these other souls now, or do I?
You'd have to try.
I'm gonna try.
Try to try.
You reach out, you dig into the ground, try to do it. And you get the sense that this might work if you had a stronger connection through a time rift or one of those bubbles. And you can almost feel the connection, like it's still there. It's almost like no one's on the other end of the line.
Okay. I get what you're saying. I think if I went back in there, and if I got caught up in one of those bubbles again, I might be able to find more information about where people are or what they're doing. But I don't know if one, I can come back. And I feel like you've exhausted yourselves trying to get me the first time. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but I can't do it here. I feel like I have the ability, but not the opportunity.
How far away is the tower?
So there's the question you've asked before. You're still about the same distance where you think you're not sure. It could be a few days, could be 2 days, could be 1 day. It's really hard to tell because it involves mountain climbing, and how difficult will it be? And you don't see the tower. And Alabaster was with you, giving you the idea. So right now you assume 1 to 3 days.
Wow. It's far away. Okay. We're in no shape to go back into that forest right now.
Right. Then, I guess...
I'd like to find Caddick. I'd like to find Creston. Can't go back in there, King.
I don't want to abandon them, but I think that if we can, we return. Maybe we catch up everybody else.
Yeah, there is a possibility, Your Highness, that they are not... They might be outside as well, or I did not see Creston in the forest. So where I saw him, he was in danger, but he wasn't there. And again, I saw Caddick upon the mountain somehow. If I was thrown someplace else in one of these time bubbles, it's possible they were thrown other places as well.
Is it? I mean, we learn a lot about the Keeper and about time through the sages. Is it possible if we all traveled through the bubble that we could travel to those people? Is that what you're trying to say? Like it's like they're there physically, we can get there?
It's possible. Or it's possible that they were thrown into a different time. Maybe Creston went through a bubble and he ended up in the future or the past momentarily, or Caddick the same. I don't know. I'm not hyper familiar with these things, but yes, I think that from what I understand, from the stories that I understand, when you get put in the time stacks there, and times interlock with each other, so there's a possibility that you can go into that bubble and touch another time, or be in another time, or something to that effect. I don't know.
I mean, you experienced something that I didn't experience, I know very little about. Whatever you guys think you want to do, we can try. Both ways lead to our friends, so.
If they are in another time, then time for us is really subjective, right? I mean, if we leave and try to go to the tower to make sure Alabaster gets himself into the tower, and then come back here to try to go into a bubble,
we might
the time that passes might not matter, right?
All right. We might be able to catch them later, and for them it might be moments.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Or instantaneous. No time at all.
Possible. It's possible. I don't know. Or...
and after we did come here to put Alabaster in the tower.
I also feel like... I don't know how long... You said it was about a half an hour, but you look You look like you can't go back in there right now. I don't mean to be...
You would need to rest first, if so.
All right, well, why don't we...
We tried.
Yeah, I feel like... I don't know. I feel like getting to that tower might be the right thing to do. Do I recall... I know I saw them. They were trying to climb a mountain. Did it look like they were doing a good job? To my memory.
Did it look like they were doing a good job?
Right.
It looked like they were struggling.
Yeah, I feel like... I feel like... Alabaster may need our assistance. I think that might be the way to go. I don't know if we can catch up with them. But I think that if we could catch up with them, then we'll need to catch up with them. Because that means they're stuck.
All of a sudden you see the woods near you part. And you see a dark elf walk out. He has like jet black hair. He has a lot of traveling equipment on him. He pulls out a sword. You see his other hand kind of starts to go to something to his waist.
I pull out my hammer.
Oh, we are not looking to fight with anybody.
Who are you?
I'm Hutch. Who are you?
I'm Serio.
Does the name ring a bell?
You could know the name. I would say...
Was he in the play?
That's tough. Would he make the play?
I think he would definitely make the play, but would they call him Serio? No. But would they have a figure that's like him?
Well, would we recognize him?
Right. So roll a knowledge check.
Okay.
Just based on your knowledge, that's how many dice you roll. And they were looking for... Give me a 5.
6.
You got it.
5.
So you reckon... Okay.
Yeah,
So,
all right.
so you just saw the play. This play's really been helping out this quest.
Thank God we wanted to sit through it.
Thank God you sat through a fictional play. So you feel like this looks like the Chronomancer, but obviously something's different.
Yeah. Serio?
Yes.
You're trying to get up that mountain.
Yes, I seek the tower in the mountains.
We're also trying to get there, but not for the same reason.
He points a sword. What is your purpose, creature?
We are traveling with somebody who went ahead of us to try and get up that mountain. To put in that mountain the thing that you're looking to get. I think that's right.
You know Alabaster, don't you?
You know of Alabaster.
Alabaster's the person we're talking about. That was someone we're traveling with, and he went ahead of us.
I have seen Alabaster in my dreams. I am here to find him.
Well, he's heading up that mountain, and so are we, to try and help him get up there.
We shall travel together.
Wow.
He puts his sword away.
Put my hammer away.
That's better. All right.
This landscape is something different than I've ever seen before. There are bubbles of time moving around, and I am able to see them.
You're able to see the bubbles of time.
Yes. They are all throughout the forest, and they are here in front of us as well.
They are.
Yes.
You know what? I was caught in one of those bubbles, and I think you were as well.
As was I. My sister began this journey with me. I have lost her to one of the bubbles.
I'm sorry. We have lost friends.
I'm sorry as well.
But if you can see them, hopefully we can avoid any future ones.
Yes, I have been waiting for a bubble that connects me to the tower, because it is possible to travel through these bubbles.
Are we also traveling to a different time?
I'm unsure.
Why can you see the bubbles?
Since I was young, I had a sensitivity to magic and things of the sort in the lands where I come from. I would know things that were going to happen, and I would have senses of the people around me, what they have done, perhaps what they will do. For a time, I had dreams. First nightmares. But then, a man came and seemingly pushed the nightmares away. And he set me forth on a journey to meet him at the tower. A tower in the mountains, surrounded by obsidian. I've been traveling for months. But ever since I've arrived in the forest changed from the ordinary forest of our light to dark, menacing.
Something
I've never seen.
Sorry, we're not from the same time as you. We're from future,
How do you know this?
because we know you. Your name, at least. I don't know you personally. We haven't met in the future or anything like that. But so I knew that you were supposed to meet Alabaster. We know Alabaster.
You're very famous. You're very famous from our time.
Interesting.
But I don't know. I will gladly travel with you, but I don't know. Something happened, and it shouldn't have, to that forest in the intervening years. And hopefully, what we're trying to do is fix it.
Well, we shall travel together,
All right.
and we only need to find the perfect time bubble that passes by that shows the tower in the Obsidian Mountains. When it does, I can direct us and we can enter.
Sounds great. Sounds better than climbing.
Yes, the climbing is hard here, I've heard. At least that's what they say back in our light.
Right. Yeah.
Let's go forward then.
Okay.
All right.
You begin to travel forward for the next half hour, and you're traveling in the direction of the tower. Till I roll a 6, how many hours from there? So 1 hour first, here we go. 2, 3, 4. 4 hours later, he goes, there, 100 paces to the right.
Do we see anything?
No, just follow me. He just runs.
Okay.
You start running. He runs, you guys get to the area. All of a sudden, you see him disappear, and you get there, and you're like, whatever he went, you don't see him.
Oh, man. I just turn around real slow, like.
All of a sudden, he appears. I saw him. I was there. I saw Alabaster.
And?
What happened?
I was on the mountain, and then I lost it.
How long were you there for?
2 rounds, long enough to help them. Long enough to make a difference. But I couldn't.
Wait. What?
I was there atop the mountain. They needed help climbing. I extended my arm, but they were suspicious. I believe it was Alabaster down there.
All right. So how? Oh, so you were there.
What?
They needed help to climb the mountain.
Yes,
You offered them help,
correct.
and they didn't want your help.
No,
Why?
I don't know. They asked who I was. I said my name.
And they think they clearly recognize your name.
I believe one of them asked Alabaster, who was nearby, who I saw a bit of, sitting on the floor. They both looked exhausted from trying to climb. Would they accept my help?
Did they fall asleep during the play?
I will never know why they didn't accept.
Sir William did not see the play. fair, it was outside.
To be fair.
I got your back, buddy.
That's
Don't worry
right.
about it, man. I got your back.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's right. Of course.
Dumpster fire
Look,
right here.
yeah.
Completely forgot.
Of course, for those who
Well, it's not like he mentioned, and then Serio, the first Chronomancer. Like we didn't show them, but
Anyway,
Okay.
you're in a plane.
yes.
it is better perhaps I do not know
Yes.
this information about me being famous and sorts. We will find our way. Let us keep traveling. You travel for another hour or two, and all of a sudden there it is again. He sees it. He goes, "It is here, much stronger." He runs forward.
I keep up with him this time.
Okay.
I tried.
He pushed you out of the way. You don't take it.
Tied your shoelaces together.
I only want him to come with me. You guys rush through. And now we're going to jump over to these guys.
Oh boy.
You guys you're on top of the mountain. A storm of lightning, the color purple, begins to form.
Oh man.
Alabaster looks up. He is tired. He's exhausted, as are all of you. You are hungry and you are tired. You have found another area which you believe you can climb. Alabaster looks at you.
I am ready to try if you are.
All right.
Let us begin.
Tries to climb up, and you roll a climb check.
Okay.
So,
Can I want to fly up to the top, see if I can find anything to help us.
okay, so you fly up to the top of it, and this area is probably about 50 feet up to another separate ledge, and then it travels from there on. So that's what they're trying to traverse. So it'll be 2 rolls, and you're going to need in each roll to, because this is difficult, 4.
Okay.
Okay, how many rolls, just for the audience? You have 3 dice to roll?
3.
Okay,
All
you
right,
need 1 4 or 6.
I got a 5.
Hey,
Yep, I'm
4,
good.
5,
4,
6.
5, 6.
I got all of
You
them.
did it in style. So you climb up, and you're holding on to Alabaster. Everything seems fine.
Mhm.
You're now about halfway up. Alabaster's like,
We are doing well. Let's keep going.
just now make that roll.
Do I see anything at the top to help them?
You get to the top, and you see the storm is beginning to pick up. You don't see anything else.
All right, here we go. Not that time.
1, 2, 3. All of a sudden,
I'm gonna re-roll.
okay.
Yes.
Wow, better.
Made it. 6 and 2 4s.
Ooh.
6 and 2 4s. So he falls. He holds on. Well, you hold on. I should roll for him technically because he fell. 6. That's what I
I saw your face, but I couldn't tell it was gonna.
I know. I was like, all those dots just hit me. So you fall down. He catches himself. You're holding pretty well, and you finish. Well, you fell. You need to make one more check then.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry. No, you re-rolled your check. You're fine. So you get up to the very top. I got confused for a second.
I was gonna say.
So you guys get to the top. You see Ruby is already there, and everything seems to be okay for now. It's stable. You can travel on from here. All of a sudden, in front of you, you see the man that was described to you as Serio. Oh, I'm sorry, you saw Serio before. So
I saw him.
all of a sudden, in some sort of predator-like portal in front of you, the predator, you see Serio arrive with Cole and with Hutch. You can roleplay.
And with Thalen.
And
right?
Thalen.
I'm like,
Thalen was hiding behind the tree.
Alabaster, look. It's them. Can you see us? Hello.
Yes,
Oh, Hutch! You disappeared!
our king came and got us back.
I found who I could, but I couldn't find everybody.
Look, you got them back. That's helpful at least.
Glad to see you're safe.
Yes, we're glad to see all of you are safe. Who's your friend here?
I am Serio.
Hi.
And Alabaster, I am excited to see you. I'm here to find you.
Yes, I suppose this is when we meet.
For me, yes, this is the first time.
You have a great path ahead of you. Are you prepared?
I am.
will not be a pleasant one, but it will lead to greatness. I will do whatever is asked of me. I feel like my life has led me to this point. From here, I do not know where to go. It will lead us to the tower. Let us continue on.
Cereal? You don't happen to have any food or water, anything that could help the rest of us out?
I do. I have rations on me.
Fabulous.
Let us
use
find
that.
shelter from this storm, perhaps, and rest.
You guys make your way forward. Everybody roll d6. If you roll a 6, there's a cave. It's nice. It's quiet.
No.
It's warm.
No, natural one.
5.
No cave. Oh, Thalen. Roll for Thalen. Roll for Alabaster. Nope.
What about
Cereal.
for cereal?
That guy can't find a cave in a mountain.
You
That's
can.
what we're rolling for.
Ah.
I told you. I could find. So you guys find an outcropping where it's a little bit warmer. It's a little bit out of the wind and such. And the storm, you're not seeing any rain or you're not seeing the lightning, but you are hearing that storm. And you guys rest. And he pulls out some rations. And he has rations for probably about 3 more weeks.
Wow.
So you guys are fine for eating a meal or two. He lights up a fire. And you're all like, this guy's prepared. This guy goes on adventures. He knows what he's doing.
We woke up. We just woke up. That's all that
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just nice to see, like,
Yeah.
oh,
That's what it's like.
that's what it's like
What
to.
it's like.
You can make fire. You have made fire.
I love fire.
He lights a fire up. You see him like pulling out a pot. He's making food. You guys are just like loving it. So you guys eat. We're gonna do a 2-minute role play on this, and just cut right to the chase. We're gonna imagine small talk. He tells you a little bit about his journey. You guys share what happens to you. Now that you shared probably for about an hour, you can ask or role play with any one of the NPCs or each other. 2 minutes. Okay.
While you've been on this mountain, have you seen Lord Caddick? Did he appear to you at all?
We did see Kadek. He appeared.
We seem to see a few different characters, and they appeared and disappeared, some more quickly than others.
He told us that we would get up the mountain. You have no memory of this.
I remember that. I remember seeing him when I played Cereal.
It must be the fractals of time. Or your terrible memory. It was many weeks ago.
It was many.
It's great. With Damien in the quest, I can just pretend everything is another parallel universe where Damien doesn't experience it.
Damien is Memento all the time.
All the time. What's going on?
There are vampires. What? This? I haven't seen any vampires in this journey.
Blackwater. What?
Blackwater.
What?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Okay, guys, 1 more minute, guys.
Cereal. How? So we woke up here, like we told you. Are you just bouncing in and out of different timelines, or you feel like you've just been in this?
It seems like that I am experiencing alternate versions of things. That is hard to explain. I mean, I suppose that the path of a person travels in one direction, and perhaps the reality switches around. But my path is the same. What can I do except travel forward?
Do you think there's a way for us to get back to where we were before?
I do have the ability to travel through the time bubbles, but they are like portals. But I can only access them when they're open, and it is fleeting.
So Serio and you, Alabaster, you both came here to meet each other, right?
I do not know if Alabaster is here to meet me, but I'm trying to find him.
Well, now what happens?
I don't know.
We have to get them to the tower. That was our job.
I was not aware that we would meet him here. But I suppose that he has a very large purpose to play.
We still have to get to the tower, right, Alabaster? I mean, do we...
Yes.
Okay.
I fear that the forces of time around the tower will be strongest and chaotic.
Like, more chaotic than this. There's more purple light than is not enough.
Yes. It is not enough.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Good.
I was really, hoping that the hard part wasn't over.
You got what you wish.
I'm so glad to give you that
So
gift.
happy.
To give you what you wished for.
No, Alabaster. I had a bright light shoot out of me before.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Muzzle tov.
Well, finally, someone recognizes.
Now you get a bar mitzvah.
Why did that happen?
That is a very general question.
You don't.
Why does light shoot out of anyone?
Well, why, you don't know. You don't know.
Tell me.
I must see the light.
Why, you didn't know why you did that? I don't know either. No. I'm just surprised that you were just like fighting off the trees and you didn't know that just happened.
Has that never happened to you before?
Oh, it's never happened to me before. I've never had a big, bright, holy light shoot out of me.
How do you know it was holy?
Because the evil trees were afraid of it the same way they were afraid of, who was it? Kadak?
Interesting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
I missed
you-
that.
No, it was Alabaster.
Yeah.
You'll have to do that trick again. I'm sorry I missed it.
I puff out my chest.
Anything?
Is that when it happens?
No.
Maybe it only happens when you're in danger.
Maybe.
Serio, the path you will walk on will bring you to the tower ahead, and there your journey will begin. One day, you will become a Chronomancer, a master of time. I see this as perhaps your first lesson. Use whatever you feel around you from the time forces and the vortexes. See if you can travel into his mind or into his past and find out what has happened. Unfortunately, I am in a state where I cannot do much, for I can only contain the powers inside me. I have never tried such a thing before, but I have seen the future of others. I would try if you'd be willing.
Please.
Looks over to you. He puts his hand on your arm, and he kind of looks at you. It's not working.
Try for more than 10 seconds, Serio.
Okay.
So just us, all right.
Open your mind for him.
There you go. You hear like a thunderclap at the same time. The Miyagi.
Yeah.
So you see him look at you, and all of a sudden his eyes go, and he starts spinning in colors. And all of a sudden, near you, you guys see like the vortex is appearing, and you get a glimpse of these bubbles walking around. You see these bubbles.
I'm a bubble. Giant Michelin men.
Honey, I'll be home from the store. You see the bubbles kind of like coming closer, like gravitating towards, and all of a sudden you're all pulled into something where you're experiencing his past. And this is very similar to how we described in the past with the collector looking through your memories and dreams. And you see him journeying somewhere, and you see him on a mission with Kadak, and then flies forward into the future. And within moments, we're going through tons of his life. And finally, he passes the moment where you guys were in the sanctum of the Keeper. And you see him make a wish. And all of a sudden he teleports. And he's in the temple of the Necromancer. He walks over and he sees a rod on the floor, the crystal rod, the famous crystal rod.
One and only.
He picks it up. believe, puts it on his back, perhaps, or puts it away. Maybe just hold it.
Yeah.
As I look at Dance. So he picks up the rod, holds it, and then walks through a portal ahead of him. When he walks through the portal, you can see his body pass through, and you see the rod shakes and shimmers, not able to pass through, and it triggers the rod and throws a bright light out. The rod hits the floor and then cracks all around it. The light permeates the portal, striking him at the same instant that he crosses that threshold of the portal. And the light shines out through everyone, all the creatures, the zombies and everything in that room below. And that's where it ends. There's your moment. We have found it.
I feel like I know you so much better now.
You were in the lair of the Necromancer.
Yeah. Do I have the power of the magic rod inside me?
Touch the rod. It seems you are affected by the rod. Is that the light of Ember, a very powerful and ancient dragon? It is the same light that the heroes, the Blackwater Bandits, ever heard of them?
Oh, yeah.
That they had inside of them?
Yeah, we saw the play.
Ah, yes.
You didn't find that notable?
No.
Fair enough. What happened?
I went through the portal. I didn't see that happen.
What happened?
No. What
Hey.
happened to the zombies and the monsters?
I can see. When we were doing it, I can feel that I can see a point as he's walking through. But once he goes too far in, I cannot see what happened inside.
Right.
Great.
If that had some sort of relevance inside, I have no way of knowing.
Can I activate this power anyhow?
The power will protect you because it is the soul of Ember is strong. Perhaps there are ways that you could use it to your advantage. It is a sort of a sacred light within you. It will help you and aid you when you are facing creatures that are corrupt and evil, dark.
Like the trees, the forest.
It is a good protection to have here.
Oh, do I can I say a magic word or make a hand motion to make it happen, or does it happen on its own?
It is within you. And it seems to be different than what the heroes had back in the day. Yours seems to be more poignant, more powerful in a sense.
Okay.
Perhaps it's because the crystal rod broke.
Yeah. Well, is it broken in the past now?
I do recall that it was broken when the Wizards of Sost retrieved it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Yeah, they had to try.
Okay.
You broke a magical artifact.
I cannot say if that's what happened or transpired, but that's what I remember.
Okay.
What if we shake you? Does that make it happen?
No, it's not. Hopefully, we don't get put in any situation where we have to see it again. That's what we'll hope for.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. I didn't see it the first time.
It's very impressive.
Yeah, I hear.
But what? I feel like it troubles me to see that power is inside you. I go over those undead creatures. You would think that something so powerful and good would kill them all, but it didn't look like that before we went in, right? It looked like they were just washed with the same light that he was washed with.
Zombies?
Yeah.
They were hit with the same exact light.
Right, and they didn't obliterate them.
No. You know that it did not obliterate them.
Right. I'm like, oh man. I just don't know. It doesn't seem good in trying to put it together.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, look, this is great. All right. All right. Okay. Sarah, that was very impressive.
I did not know I could do such things. Thank you, Alabaster, for believing me, and thank you for letting me try. Perhaps we should continue.
Yeah. If you're Alabaster, if you're okay to move,
Yes, I'm feeling better. The resting.
let's go. Good.
So we're also going to say right now that you guys rest for a night's rest, because you kind of have to. So we're going to say that you did that already, and then you had this conversation after you guys woke up. So we'll do it in that order. So you guys rest for 8 hours. You guys eat. You have this conversation. Then you begin your journey again. The sky never went to a nighttime. Never went to night. It's still in this weird, hazy, midday kind of feel.
Oh.
You guys begin your journey, and now you're walking upwards on the mountain. You're still climbing a little bit, but not enough for a check. It's not too difficult. And finally, you get to a point where you're at a ledge, and you traveled around a mountain. That took you hours. In front of you, you're looking at another mountain, and this mountain has floating rocks floating around the mountain. So imagine the peak in the center, and the rocks are like the rings of a planet. It's like floating like this. And there's hundreds or maybe thousands of them. On the other side, you see at times different people walking, jumping from one to the other, walking on different rocks and disappearing. And it's not one, it's not hundreds, it's thousands.
Thousands of people and rocks.
Right, but like one at a time and very fast.
Sporadic.
Right.
It's consistently thousands of rocks, inconsistently thousands of people. Like
Yes.
one at a time. Okay.
Rocks are always there. The people.
It looks like flash photography, like it just really quickly. They're never actually truly there. They're never fully formed. They're just like little images of.
How close are the floating rocks to the mountain? Like when we're climbing, are we gonna have to make a check because we're gonna get hit by a rock?
So no, you don't have to, you're not in danger of getting hit by a rock, but you realize that some of the rocks in the rotation, which is fast enough to wait for it to come around, do come close where you can make a jump to it. But it's dangerous.
And the rocks that are circling that other mountain.
That is them.
No. And these rocks that are circling that other mountain. Is there anything on that other mountain that we would like to get to?
Like the tower.
At the tower.
At the very top of the mountain, you can see just barely the tower is on the other side of it. You have to travel through it or something like that, a path. And on the other side of it, you do see that there is a path.
So if we were to get on these rocks and follow them around, we could get off the rocks on the other side, hopefully.
Get on the mountain, climb up, or somewhere, like almost like a little pass through it, and the tower would be there because you can kind of see a little bit of it.
All right.
Oh, this seems incredibly dangerous. It must be the right way to go.
You said it would get worse. This doesn't look good. How far is the jump? Alabaster's really old and very physically occupied.
It's not far. It actually comes up and scrapes the side.
Oh, okay.
It's just about the step.
All right, so it's the time.
Yeah, it's like getting on an escalator.
Would I still need to do a check? Or I'm floating, I can just float on over it.
You can float. Yeah.
All right.
All right. If that's the way, let's go.
How far across these rocks would we have to go?
This first one is big. So I put it at probably about like 50 feet wide.
What do you mean first one?
The rock that we're going to jump on.
So these rocks are, if you understand what I'm saying,
Yeah.
are travel in a circle,
Right.
pretty much, or more of an ellipse. And there are other rocks. Picture like we're playing Frogger,
Right.
because there are other rocks traveling at different speeds.
And we've got to get.
So what
We've
I'm
got to get.
asking What I'm asking is how far across the rocks is where we're going.
Oh, you mean from like your ledge to the mountain?
Yes.
The mountain with the
Okay.
the tower, right?
It's probably like a couple hundred feet, maybe a little more.
So we're on the outer ring. We have to get to the inner ring on the other side.
Correct.
Football field about?
Yeah, something around there, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Does it look like there's a way to climb up the mountain?
On the other side?
No, on like the side that we're closest to now.
Okay.
And then like hop on the rock and then ride it around to the other side of the mountain, or
So
like
this mountain just travels up further and further, but the
Okay.
rocks are at this level.
The rocks are at this.
Yeah, the
Like,
mountains,
this is the
the
best-
mountains don't connect.
This is the best opportunity we have to get on the rocks here.
Yes.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Like I say, it's not like the rocks are like there's no. It's the jump is not distance. The jump is get on it before it passes.
Right. And the top of the mountain that you're on, you can go up further to it. It'll be a hard climb, and there'll be no need because the rocks are here, and the other one is just nearby. So you could go up your own
And
mountain.
we'd have to
I
climb
got you.
down the
There's-
mountain
there's
this
no-
side
Right.
and then back up the mountain the
Right,
other way.
right.
Two mountains. And you
Two
would,
mountains. I got you. And the rocks are at our level. Floating
Say
rocks
something.
are at our level.
I thought you were going to say that joke. It's a Two Dragons joke. And I even felt it the way you were saying it.
Okay.
Tell me if this is metagaming. Tell me if this is metagaming. In like seeing the people flash and disappear, I look across and I look for Hutch. Do I see Hutch?
Yes. You take 15 experience points for that.
Is he telling me? Is he trying to tell me anything?
He's looking back, confused. Roll a will check. Give me a 5. And if you get it, then I'll tell you exactly what you see.
6.
Wow.
Okay. So he is looking back, and you see him standing next to other people that are doing a similar thing, looking back, and they're pointing to rocks. And Hutch is like looking at them, and he's like pointing at some of the rocks that you should use. It's obviously, if you're not getting it, it's him.
Right.
You see what I see?
No, I'm just looking at the rocks. I'm not talking about what you see.
No.
We need to use this rock, then that rock, and that rock, and that rock, and that rock.
Okay.
Rock and roll.
Will you remember that when we're on the first rock?
Yes. I committed to memory.
Committed.
Locked in.
I'll give you guys these papers.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. I don't know. How many do we need each? 1?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. You guys go into the first rock. I'm gonna let you roll a agility check. You need to roll all 1s on an agility check, which means that if you have more dice, it's harder to roll all 1s. Less dice, it's easier to roll all 1s.
Okay.
A 1 means you misstep and mistime this.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So we don't want to roll a 1.
No.
Oh, okay.
You need to roll if you have multiple agility, it's
I
even
got you.
harder, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right,
Every
there's-
check works this way, by the way. If I
Right.
say roll a 1 and you have 6 agility rolls, you have to roll
More
1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
chances.
It's really hard it's impossible to roll a 1. It's not, you're good enough where that's really hard to do.
Okay.
If you have 1 die, a 1 is
Awesome.
possibly in your future.
Right.
Do I have to do this roll?
No.
4.
3.
The advantage of being a pixie. Okay,
I'm
so
flying.
you guys make the step. Double 6. Everybody's fine. 6, 6, 5. Okay, you guys all step onto the rock, and you see when you do that, Hutch is like, and he's kind of telling you it's the right thing, and he's pointing like the next way. He's like, he's trying to point the rock you step on. So he's helping you. He's guiding your way through, and you see some of the other rocks are crumbling and like falling apart, and you see like, oh, like you could have stepped here, but it looks, if you really look at it, you can see it's not stable. So he's just guiding you to one. When some of the rocks come around, you see versions of yourself step off and like fall
Oh.
Oh, man.
and fall down.
Oh, jeez.
That's tough.
So
It's not like me, right? The average to everybody else.
Just everybody.
everybody roll for that scenario. So roll an agility check.
Same thing? 3.
2.
Yeah.
6.
There it is.
No.
Alabaster.
What?
Alabaster in that scenario, not in this scenario.
Oh, okay.
Alabaster in that scenario that you saw. You see a bunch of you almost trip, and you got to make the thing, and Alabaster starts falling over, and he falls off. And Stereo actually just jumps off after him.
Yeah, it would be like one of those things. I imagine it would be like we just try to do people chain
Right.
so we can catch them.
Okay, so now I'm gonna let you guys do this roll. I'm gonna make it a little more straightforward. We're gonna do 3 rolls. 3 rolls and you're good. That's all it takes, guys.
No ones?
No ones. Looks like everyone has a
No! One.
1.
Roll.
3.
6.
Oh, I have a
Five,
reroll. I'm going
four,
to reroll this
One.
one.
I roll to reroll too.
Okay.
I'm good.
All we roll. Oh!
No!
You fall.
Can I try something as I'm falling?
Depends.
I'm
You
trying-
technically you have a reaction here,
I
so.
would try to root into the rock.
Ooh. Yeah, root.
Wow.
Yeah, root. What else are you gonna do?
Give me a 5 plus. Actually, no. I'm gonna make this a. I'm not gonna make it an evade or make a reflex check. So it's still in your agility. It's your reflex. How many? You have nothing. So you have to roll 1 die. It actually needs a 6.
Nope.
So you try to grab the thing on your way down. You don't do it, and you get caught in the stream. You don't fall past the
weird.
rocks. You get caught in this wave.
Oh,
And as you're doing it, you guys see something interesting. You're now going to write on that paper. You must change one thing. And it's going to be your choice to change what you want, though.
okay.
Okay? But you don't have choice. You don't have so much choice to what you change it to, but you have choice of the category. I'm going to give you categories, and then I'm going to let the players choose of any category they want, their choice. And if the fans catch on quick enough, I'll let them choose a category. You can change your species, your profession,
Ooh.
your age,
Okay.
and then I'll let them add any category of any type that makes sense in this world, of course, that you want.
Okay, something that can change.
Yeah, you're giving him the option. It's got to be something significant. You know, I can't just make it like
Your eye color.
right.
All right.
Maybe it could be like what you're wearing, like your gear.
Your gear, okay.
Backstory?
Your past.
Ooh, all right.
Can he be from another planet?
His world of origin. Okay, that's your option.
Whoa.
Superman.
Just tempting. That's tempting just to see how that would work.
Okay. Write it down and keep it secret.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, you all see him fall over, and all of a sudden when he does, it's a version of him that falls, and another version is fine, and you see Cole is looking at himself, and the other one is just like falling into oblivion to this thing. So you see him like look, and you see the other version of yourself, but you live both examples. You saw your desperate attempt to fall, and all of a sudden you're switched, and you're another one watching yourself fall. And you're still standing up, but everybody else just looking, everybody surprised.
It's like the prestige. What just happened?
Do I?
Damn, was that in the 2000s?
No. Do I know what? Do I know that there's a difference?
I would say you know what you know now.
Okay.
Unless I don't really understand your question, you feel like you should know, but I don't think you would know anything else.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys continue on.
What are we rolling?
Oh yeah, we got.
Don't roll a one.
Same thing.
It's still
Just one?
It's still ones right now, yeah.
Oh, okay. That wasn't the last. That was the last one for both of us, right?
2.
5.
That was your third?
That was
No.
the third.
Yeah,
that was
you
my
had
turn.
them do 3 rolls.
Oh, you did all 3 already?
rolls
Yeah,
you want,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So,
I did all three.
I did all three.
I did pass, fail.
okay, I didn't realize you guys did all three. So, you guys make it to the end. That's what happens about halfway through. You get to the other side. When you do, your other version of you disappears. But it's actually when you get very close, and then you jump on, and now you can continue up the path, and you go on. And you see there's actually a path of like stone stairs that are like chiseled out to a point. Somebody did something to kind of fix it, and it travels up, and it immediately goes up into the path. 3 seconds, raise your hand if you travel the path, because there are time bubbles around. And Serio says, you must be careful. There is time bubbles everywhere. 3, 2, 1.
Path.
What's up?
I'm turning around and I'm looking for myself.
Very good. Very good. You knew I was testing you, right? You're on it. Okay. So you see, you guys walk forward, you see him turn around, and you see your past selves trying to cross, and you begin to help them. And you see other people, by the way, motioning the same way, and you're like, oh, right, it's that one, and you start doing it. You see next to you, who you recognize, is Findalar. And Findalar seems to be pointing the path for other heroes. And you said you look over and you can actually see them trying to cross. And you get like a moment of like, oh wow. Something happens when you see Findalar. And Findalar,
They'll play him again.
you sense the light of Ember, something near you. And you look over and you see there are other people on this bridge with you, more than you thought. And you see this boy, and you're looking at each other. You can role play.
Findalar,
Yes. Do I know you?
I'm Hutch.
Do I know you, Hutch? You know me.
I know you. I know your whole story.
You know my whole story. How do you know my whole story?
I saw it in a play.
Hutch, you're scaring me. I'm not somebody you should scare.
Well, you know where we are right now.
I do.
I don't think we're from the same time.
Okay. But you have something from this time inside you.
Oh, Alabaster just told me that I have the light of Ember inside me. Just like you.
How? If you're not from my time.
I went back to your time, and I picked up the crystal rod.
I look over at Thistle.
So you look over to Thistle, and as this is your story, he disappears.
I disappear or Thistle?
No, he disappears.
Oh.
Findalar disappears.
Yeah, it's gone.
Time bubbles.
So now I'm wondering if he just kind of... We're no longer in the same timeline, or did he actually, like, disappear in the past? He's now realizing that I kind of messed around with the rod. No, I don't know if it's happening.
I think he definitely realizes that.
Yes, I have been with the thing you told me you did.
It was really right there on the table.
It was very hard to decipher, but I think he pulled it
I
off.
cracked the code.
He cracked the code. So you're trying to say something about the rod.
I'm trying to remember what my mindset was at that point about whether I would have just tried to attack him or not.
I was worried. I saw
was
that.
waiting.
I
For,
was
like,
thinking about it
fireball.
because you did the thing that you hate when people do all the time.
What?
I asked you a question and you didn't give me an answer. And I asked you the same question again, and you're like, I asked, how do you, like, I said, do I know you? You went, I know you.
because that's the
do I
movie
know
line.
you? And you went,
That's the
I'm
movie line.
Hutch. And I'm like, Like, you wouldn't just say, and you the third time, you go, I'm from a different time than you. I know you.
Well, if I to give you my name, it's an implication that no, you don't know me. Therefore, my name is Hutch.
I feel like
Hutch. I've never
the
heard
opposite
my
is
name,
true.
Hutch.
I feel like if I, do I know you? You went, I'm Hutch. Like,
Isn't it nice not to get answers and only implications? And the mountain of time.
It's like, do I know you? Hutch.
but you didn't do that. You said, I'm Hutch. Like, it would be like if I said it to you, you would say, I'm Dan. You would go like, Dan is Grove. Nice to meet you. Like,
Do I know you? I'm Dan.
We have to watch it back and kind of see the,
all right,
the
I'm just
feeling.
saying. I felt like it was.
All right, although that's how miscommunications take place.
Yeah, sure, that's it. That's
To
it.
my point in disliking that so much.
Exactly.
So
Let
you
me
dislike
explain.
it so much you acted it out for other people.
There you go.
All right.
Now you know.
Let's continue on.
All right.
You turn around, you see Serio's behind you, and he pulls you out. He goes, "You're getting lost in one of the time bubbles. Are you all right?"
I just saw Findalar. You don't. Let's go.
I'm not sure what that is.
All right. Sorry.
We'll just skim right over that.
Okay, so you guys start walking up the path. You guys walk for about 15 minutes, and you're just going up the mountain. And from this vantage point, you don't see the tower, but you know from where it was before that the power is on the other side. You get to a point, Serio stops everybody. He rushes in front and stops. Alabaster, when he does that, says, "I see it too.
See what?
The entire area ahead of us is one giant bubble."
So what does that mean? How do we get him in the tower then?
It appears we must walk through. Oh, Alabaster, is this the only way at this point? It is.
Should we join hands so we don't get stuck in different timelines?
As long as we are close together, I think we will stay together. But at the same time, it will be chaotic.
Great. Love chaos. Been good so far. All right. Stick close. I put my hand on King Thalen's shoulder just to make sure we're as together as we can be.
So I'm here. You gotta hold on to you too.
I'm gonna do the same thing with Alabaster just to make sure that he's safe.
You guys begin to walk forward. And immediately you feel different.
This is great sound, by the way.
Yeah.
I love this sound for this.
You begin to walk through. And as you walk, it's almost like everyone just turned the lights off everywhere else except for the path. And the path lights up.
Oh, wow.
And you're walking on glowing rocks in the path. And all you see is the path. You stay on it, you stay close, and you begin to traverse. Everyone needs to roll a will check. The will check is going to be 4. Good luck.
Is it a will save?
Got it.
It's just a will check.
Yes.
No.
Here's my last reroll.
Oh boy.
No.
I'm gonna reroll.
Okay.
And that was already a reroll, right?
That was a reroll.
Still no.
Jesus.
Okay. Remember the categories from before? You need to write something else down on that paper.
Something else?
Yeah, and it could be the same one.
I can switch it again if I wanted to.
Right. But it could double down or it could just switch it again, but you could pick the same topic if you wanted to. Okay, don't reveal what it is.
I won't, but I'm picking something different.
You guys walk on. Again, the path is just winding back and forth. And all of a sudden, you see Serio come in contact with Serio, but his apparently future self as the Chronomancer. Welcome to the tower. You are my future, yes? I am. Was the path worth it? Yes. We have done much good to the world, thanks to Alabaster.
May I ask how far in my future you are? I can tell you this. It is far in the future for you. And in a few days, I will perish at the hand of an ally. I suppose I will ask no more. I will lead you through the rest of your journey on top of the mountain. After that, it is up to you. He begins to walk and lead you all through. And you assume you're on the mountain because all you see is the path. It's glowing. As he walks, he begins to talk. And he begins to talk about how time works. And he's telling himself, Serio, in the future, there will be many times you must see what is shown to you in visions. And you must make a leap of faith. It is not simply enough to see the future, it is how you interpret it. And you will find that everything, and most importantly, is perspective. Another thing that's important, and he turns into Findalar. Continue.
Sorry. All right. Another thing that is important is you must be willing to trust what you see and what your instincts are about things that may appear hard to interpret or hard to understand. You find you have an innate sense for these things that sometimes may at first be confusing, but trust your instincts. You are the Chronomancer for a reason. That reason is not simply your ability to learn this magic. It's because of who you are.
He turns into Wexel. And a lot of times it's gonna really change, like you have to really trust things because you don't know what's gonna happen. And I gotta tell you where I started from and where I'm ending now, it's just amazing. It's wonderful. A second ago, I was with Findalar walking up the mountain and, there were other versions of him. He's trying to become the Chronomancer, and now I'm walking here with you. And it's just an incredible experience. And Harold appears. But the most important thing is that you must rely on yourself because there are times when it'll only be you. There will be no other to understand your perspective. And that is why perspective is important. This is the end of the mountain. You will now make your way down. But the hardship is not over. The bubble is large. And be prepared for any chaotic things that may happen or not. Good luck. He disappears.
It was like an out-of-body experience for you, wasn't it?
This is very confusing. Who are all those people?
One of them was famous.
They were Chronomancers. Like you. And they will not be the last. There should be more. As long as we succeed. I understand. You walk further? We'll check. Any funny fours?
Oh boy. Hear this one.
No.
No.
Nope. Reroll.
I got a 4.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Got it in the reroll. Write down your categories.
Man.
Oh man.
Profession, species, age, gear, world, past.
Yeah.
Those are your categories.
Is this 3 for you?
3 for me. Just out of curiosity, I'm not doing it. If I were to pick gear, like what kind of changes would that be? My
gear?
A gear. If I were to pick
gear.
my gear change, like my gear right now, I assume I have my weapon, but like I don't have any other gear. Clothes. Right?
It's going to be, without trying to give you away what would happen, it's going to be radically anything from very good to very bad to in the middle to common or in very different things.
tree chainmail.
Tree mail.
Everywhere.
Tree mail. I like that.
You are an oak instead of a cedar.
Why? It's like
You're opening yourself up to the randomness of the universe.
I've already done it twice. Everything, everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. That's
all
what this
at
is like.
Yeah.
Okay, so you begin to walk down, seemingly this mountain, and again, you only see the path, but you can tell that you're walking on a decline. All of a sudden, almost as if it just comes into your field of vision, you see the tower, and the tower is glowing like this rainbow light, and now the road is kind of glowing this rainbow light too, and you can see the path going up and down all the usual ways, and then going up to the tower, and the tower is that color as well, glowing. And you can tell all you see because everyone's just looking up. I have never seen it this way before. It's beautiful.
Yes, truly.
You guys continue walking on. You can roleplay.
This is
This is so weird.
yeah. It's unlike anything.
Yeah, I've never
I don't even have context for this.
It's beautiful, though. All the different colors. Wow.
Are
we
we?
feel anything with the different lights, with the different colors?
Tom, you now have the option, because someone just mentioned it in chat, to change the material that you're made of to stone.
Ooh.
Which I'll open it up to pretty much any material.
Wow.
So I'll let you. If you want
You
to,
got really excited about that.
if you want,
Crazy.
he got so excited he said it as Holgar.
He did it.
Hogar's really excited for you.
So if you want to change one of them, you can. For fun, I'll let you choose at the last second, so that we don't know if you're changing it or not. So that.
Okay, I'm sure if I fail another one, all right, that's cool. Thank you. That's
So do
cool.
we feel anything with the different color lights? Like, is it?
You almost can feel the aura of the road. It's almost like we feel temperature, but you just feel like I guess it's sort of like a temperature. It's kind of like a comfortable feeling. And everything else just feels dark and cold.
Okay.
Alabaster, have you ever seen this before?
I have not. I have traveled this road before here, but I have not seen it like this.
Well, can we see the sky beyond the tower?
No, it's like just black.
Blackness.
It's black.
How far are we from the tower?
150 feet, but like up and down
Okay.
the roads. Jonathan Willis says change alignment. That's
Change
now
what?
that's now on the table. You can change your alignment, and we don't write down
Evil pixie.
we don't write down our alignments, but you could change it and just.
All right. Well, okay.
Richard Wallace's personality.
Like
I will say some of the things that we have already selected, I feel like would kind of might do those things automatically, right?
It's possible.
Right? If you were to change like your age or your like what somebody said like your
Right.
planet or your profession or whatever, that might change your
Or your-
personality.
Past.
Yeah.
Your alignment too.
Yeah.
Big time.
Right. So
Have we changed any kind of color? Is there any color aura coming off of us?
that's a good question.
That's a good question. You don't see. There is an aura, but it's completely overshot by the other light around you.
We should move as quickly as possible.
Agreed.
I feel
This is very mesmerizing. We should really get through it quickly.
yeah, that's not why I think we should get through it quickly, but yeah, I feel like we should go.
Question: if I fail another will check, can I like make my wings bigger or something like that?
That'd be like changing your species.
You can change species.
That would change species.
No, size has
You
not
could
been
become
mentioned.
another species that has bigger wings, or a species with no wings.
Interesting.
You guys are
I
walking.
assume.
You guys are walking forward, and all of a sudden, you see the sky, and you see the sun is all of a sudden appear in the sky. So imagine it's just all black, right? You see the tower, you see your path, you see each other, you see nothing else, and all of a sudden the sun appears in the sky.
Still purple?
Purple. And it's like on fire, as if you see like the fire around it. And you hear a voice.
Where do you travel in my domain? You will hand me the power that is within you, sage.
And you see lightning come down in front of the tower. And you see the necromancer appears. And he's glowing like rainbow.
You are in my domain. Bow down, and I will show mercy.
Floats in the air. As he floats up, you see like it's streaking like all of the rainbow light. And everywhere he goes, it's almost like he leaves this light-tronish paint feel like in the air. And it stays there forever, kind of. So you still see the imprint of where he was, and it's in there. It's almost like we're painting this, and it just stays in the air and never goes away.
Oh my gosh.
Your turn, starting with you. 6 seconds.
I'm gonna try and push Alabaster behind me.
Okay. So you're too small to do that, so I imagine you just get in front of him.
Okay.
You said he's in the air.
Yes.
How far up is he?
He's about 50 feet higher than your plane.
Is there anything that's blocking the way to the tower?
No, it's just up and down. Just weird.
Yeah, I'll stand in front of Alabaster too and take out my warhammer.
Okay, you get in front of him.
How far is it to get to the tower? I know he's in between us and that, but like if
you ran, the danger is that it's rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Running it is you could easily trip and fall off the path.
Right.
You don't know what that effect would be.
Right.
If you ran it and it was a straight line, it wouldn't be that long.
What's not that long?
How far? Sorry. I was gonna say, how far away from us is he? Like, I know he's floating in the air.
He's near the tower.
He's near the tower.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you ran it, it was a straight line and not up and down. It's just like you're running like track and field. You'd probably be there in 30 seconds or less.
But we can't do that.
No.
Right.
No.
All right. I feel like we gotta get him in. We gotta get him in somehow. We gotta distract the necromancer. Whatever we gotta do. We gotta get him in that tower.
All right. I'll go forward.
I'll go forward. All right.
Use your light.
Trying. Alabaster, stay close.
I can also use my...
I wish I could help you. I could be an aid here, but I cannot.
Understood.
Look. One of the potions I have is Clouds of Breath. It can put a 20-foot cloud around us. Maybe that'll block what he's doing.
Okay.
We should use that when we get closer. We're still
All right.
too far. He's far from us, too.
Are we still in the bubble?
Yeah. This is like all the bubble.
It's all the bubble.
It's everywhere now.
Is he in the bubble too?
Yeah.
Is he an illusion?
No. Good question.
call.
Really good question.
Good call.
That's a great question because no one's even thinking that. So.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, raise your hand if you're running forward. I think some of you are.
I wasn't going to run.
Not running.
but
Walk forward?
Move forward, yes.
Okay, you walk forward. Weapons drawn, I imagine. Are you as well?
I'm like closer to Alabaster there. I'm assuming you guys are in front of us.
Yeah. Forward.
Okay, so Thalen stays next to Alabaster as like a last line of support. And Stereo is walking with you. He pulls out his sword. And Alabaster turns to him and he goes,
Try not to use your sword. Use your ability, your magic.
He's about to say no, and he seems to stop himself. He goes, I will try. He puts his sword away. You guys all walk up towards the necromancer, and he's like,
Yes. Bring yourselves to me.
you see, he puts his hands out, and light springs from his hands into the darkness and disappears, as unlike the light that's below him, streaked up from where he began. And all of a sudden, outside the path, you see hands coming out, trying to grab you from all sides. This is going to be a reflex save.
Oof.
So you need to roll a 6 here. This is your reaction.
Oh, man.
Not a reflex, an evasion. Sorry, evasion.
Yes, 6. Wow.
Wow, natural 6 as well.
No.
That's big.
Well, all right.
5.
Okay, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You get pulled in. Stereo. 6.
Wow.
Nice.
That's lucky. Let's make this roll. Alabaster, Thalen, and you get pulled in. So Cole, Ruby, Thalen, Alabaster get pulled into the darkness by these hands. And the hands are gray. Now, not skeletal, they're just gray. He's just laughing.
Let's take him down.
All right.
I want to charge him.
Okay, you charge. You're going to have to make a balance check for running down these steps and up, because it's super easy to imagine hiking and running it. Okay, but I'm going to make the check a little bit easier because it is lit up. So we're going to say a 3.
I'm going to
5. Got it.
3.
Ooh. Okay, you're running. You're like hopping down and you're trying to keep up on your feet. You do so, and you run up to the Necromancer, but he is higher than the path, and you see that he's still at the 50-foot mark, about above that path. He just takes no action. He's just laughing and just waiting for you and just doing whatever. You guys approach. You get pretty much underneath him. You can still make an action because he makes none.
And we're
Sario's
close
with
to
you,
the
by the way, too.
Tower at this point, right?
Sario's fine, roll 6.
Close to the tower at this point, right?
And by running up over here, he's right there, 50 feet up in the air, and then maybe like 25 feet behind him is the tower. It's right there.
I go towards the tower.
So you just go underneath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Serio, if you get into the tower, is there anything more we can do?
I do not know.
Let's go.
Sario just runs underneath into the tower. You do so well. He turns around. You see a giant skeletal hand appear out and go to grab each of you. You're gonna roll a save. This is a will save. Looking for a 4.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay, you both evade it. Sario does not. 6,
Oh,
5,
rerolls?
4. Does not. Sario gets grabbed by the hand and he's in the air. He goes, "What is this? A future Chronomancer. A feeble attempt to take control over a world that you do not own." You guys run into the tower and you hide, and you run inside the doors. And the air and everything feels different. The tower looks like a normal tower inside. And out some windows, you see all the craziness outside the windows. What do you want to do?
So it was just open.
The door's unlocked.
We were able to just
That's what you're asking?
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
went in.
Yeah.
Okay.
what do we see inside the tower?
You see steps going down, you see
Yeah.
steps going up.
Up or
Up.
down? Up. Up. Go up.
I'm going up.
Start climbing the steps. As you're climbing the steps, you see a figure in front of you that scares the heck out of you. You're not sure what it is. And it's a giant, half-giant walking up with a sword. And you see in front of him is a guy with red armor on with his own sword walking up. And they disappear. You run up. As you keep going up, you see other people also all of a sudden are passing you walking down. And it appears to be about 2 or 3 individuals, and they're running past you in like a hurry. And they seem to be some sort of adventurers or something.
Are there windows?
Yes.
Can I look out?
Yes.
Do I see where the Necromancer is?
No, not from the window. You don't have the exact vantage point because the windows are not facing the forward position. Or actually they would be, but not where you're looking.
Okay.
You guys head up. As you head up these stairs, you encounter a level where it's just library. It's just a series of bookshelves. on the entire level. You can also continue to go up.
Up.
You continue on your way up. You hit another level that seems to be like for eating and such, tables, chairs, and there's like candles like sitting on the table. Do you continue up, or do you want to go there?
Keep going.
You continue up, and finally you get to the top, and you come out on top, and there you see a figure lying on the floor, like bloody, like crawling. It's the same large half giant, and then disappears. You reach top of the tower, and there you see that there are these a presence that you can't exactly define. Imagine if you were to see, I'll go back to the Predator reference, where you could see the Predator moving like the gel. Imagine if you see a giant version of that near the ends of the tower, and there's 4 of them. And they're just sitting there. In the distance, you're probably going to ask about the Necromancer. In the distance, you see the Necromancer kind of casting a spell and doing something. And he seems to be focusing on the darkness. Like, you have no idea what he's doing. But he's getting a lot of enjoyment out of it.
It's probably good then.
That's what counts.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So he's happy.
wait,
That's the
the
important
things
thing.
that we see.
Yeah.
So
He's having a good time.
We're up on the top of the tower, and we see.
All darkness, except for the light that he's made, the streak up light that he did, and he went out there. And
Okay.
you see the road still. And
You said something about what was it? 4.
you see these 4, some kind of
Things.
entities are on the top of the tower with you
Right.
guys.
On
And
the
it's-
on like the edge.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
And approximately how big are they?
They're decently sized. Could be 20 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, it's hard to tell, something like that.
Okay. And we're just seeing like almost like an outline, like
Like it's cloaked?
like a bending of the light
Yes.
kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you can
Okay,
put it that way.
Okay.
As described the visual, yes.
What are those?
No.
I run up to one of them.
Okay, you run up to it, it's right in front of you, you try to touch it.
Try to feel it.
It's something. It's alive. It's either furry or feathery or something.
I
What else?
look at the Necromancer. He's still where he was?
He's in delight right now doing something.
What else is up there? And how big is this top of the air?
Top of the tower? 100 feet around.
Okay.
This is a creature. I could.
Definitely a creature.
All right,
We're like on. So we're on the top. We're like outside. You know, like
Yeah.
obviously it's still all dark and stuff.
Yes.
Okay. And there's these 4 things around. Is there anything else up there? Like, is there any?
No.
Okay. It's all just stone flat.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll go to the creature. Attack the Necromancer! Attack the Necromancer! Go! No!
All of a sudden you see a figure behind you and it scares you. Come close to the creature. And the creature like yells. Like, "Rah!" And all of a sudden blood comes down. And it gets onto your hands and freaks you out. And the creature just falls to the ground.
No.
And the next one. And the next one. And the next one.
Same thing happens.
Yeah, they all fall down. You see him. Did you run through one of the creatures? No, right?
No.
On you, you're just covered in his blood.
Oh man.
When you come back, you can see the blood.
Yeah.
Do I see who did it?
No.
Oh man.
Is there anything else there on top of the tower?
Nope.
Now what?
I don't know.
All of a sudden, you hear, yes, I can feel it. And all of a sudden, light, the same color as it was within you, comes out of the darkness and hits him. Finally. He's like absorbing some kind of power. I'm going to roll a d20 to see how many rounds it takes him to complete this.
Oh.
We are now round 1.
What do we do?
We gotta go back down, I guess. I mean,
Come on, let's go! Run. We run down the steps.
Okay. You run down the steps. You run down the steps and you run through 2 people sitting there, and you see that half-giant figure walk up to a vision of Stereo, another version of him, and go and goes through. it disappears, and then you continue down. You go down, you go down, you go down past the library, you get down to the main door, and then the steps continue further down. What do you want to do?
What do we see?
You're at the front door.
At the entrance
Oh,
again.
no, we want to go down.
You want to
Okay.
go all the way down?
Yes.
All
Okay.
right, fine.
You go down, and it goes at least 2 or 3 levels. And down here, you see something that's interesting. Here you see that there's a level here, and that it goes down further. And there's a level right below it that you can almost even see as well. It does continue on. On this level, there's a hallway, and there's doors lined up. Door after door after door after door in this hallway on each side. And then it just ends at the very end.
How many doors are there?
Total, the doors are blinking in and out of existence a little bit. They're kind of fading in and out. So maybe 10, maybe 12, maybe more.
Right. Let's see what this does. Let's go in a door. I'll try to open up a door.
Just start trying.
What number?
those.
1.
I'll try 3.
I'm tense.
I really thought I was going to look at his phone and go, okay, next time on Audio Dungeon.
You open, oh, yeah, that would be good, right? And it says here, you open the door and you see there is a forest on the other side.
A forest.
Yes, you open a door and you see that there are skeletal creatures on the other side. Shit, it's darkness. Shut the door.
Close the door.
Try another one.
I go to door 2.
You go to door 2. This door, your hand just goes through.
I'll go to door 6.
You open this door. When you open this door, you seem to be in what's been described to you as hell for Andaria, the center of the world. And in the sky, there is no dark sun here. But there is like some sort of just like, there's some sort of essence floating in the air of what was once here. It's large, incredibly large.
What's large?
The essence. It's like a mist.
Interesting. I shut the door.
Okay.
You're being so great outdoors.
Roll, as you shut the door, you're feeling pulled in,
Oh,
and it's
boy.
almost trying to pull you into it. You're gonna roll a d6.
Okay. 3.
Okay, you close the door in time.
Oh my gosh.
I go to door 5.
Okay, so just so you know, we've killed round 2, 3,
Oh, no.
4, 5. You're on round 6.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I go to door 5.
Okay. You go to door 5, and you are in the sky. And you're looking around, and you see a purple sun in the far distance, and the sky is dark, and there's white lights in the sky, like little dots.
Do I see the necromancer?
No.
Close the door.
Okay. Round 7.
What are you going to do?
What are we doing here?
This place is crazy. I'm not sure. I mean,
I want to I run to the last door. And I open it.
I don't know how to fight this guy.
Okay.
Can't even reach him.
I know.
You open the last door. This door is different than all the rest of them. When you open it up, light goes. It opens up. Inside, you see the next episode because this.
Thanks for listening. Check out more shows like this at theaudiodungeon.com.